So we first heard about Epic when we moved here to Palm Coast because I worked at Wadsworth Elementary. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out where this church was on Google Maps. That looked like it was right by my school. Turns out it met in the cafeteria on Sundays. When I think about my kids and going to the kids ministry, one of the things is when we were growing up, we all just went in the same sanctuary. We had to listen to the same thing as the grown-ups.
Yes, the kids, they really ask, when is it church time yet? It's time for us to go to church. They ask about it, and I never did that as a kid. When your kids actually is interested, they're asking you questions that you cannot answer at the time. It challenges you to get in the book. It challenges you to check yourself and, hey, am I doing this right? You know, questioning, I need to do more. I need to step my game up.
We had my little one, she kept talking about her best friend. And when she was talking about this best friend, I made an assumption it was another little kid. Turns out it was Miss Annie, who was the small group leader. And that was a big deal for her, that small group, her age, her peers, and then they interacted well. And she calls these young ladies her best friends.
I love it because it's fun and you get to play games and learn about Christ and whatever whatever he does to help you and what he did, and love and support what he did for us today, for us to be here right now.
We learned about the Bible star is Jesus Christ.
Until last November, I was a school counselor, 17 and a half years, and Flagler County is definitely lacking the resources for the mental health support. So knowing that we started the care ministry, and that can be expanded because in my new role, the homeless education liaison for the school district, I've met with quite a few organizations that Epic is partnered with, and I can just see that expanding to continue to help what we would look at as the least of these, the most vulnerable population. I remember my tithing journey. I was a college student making $120 every 2 weeks. And I remember writing that first $12 check, and my friends are like, "You're crazy. Like, you only have X amount of dollars." I'll make a way. And it happened. And then like 3 months later, I got like another contract, and I doubled the $120 to $240. So now I write $24 checks. And from then on, it's always been enough. Even when my pay changed, and I remember we had a deep conversation with our pastor in Jacksonville, because we're like, "I'm confused. Do I pay on the net? Do I pay on the gross?" He said, "You pay what's in your heart." I was like, "You know what? We're gonna give the first off even before everybody else takes theirs." So we've been doing that, and just knowing, like, you can see what your monies are doing to support so many ministries, so many people, is phenomenal. And if you just start with a little, and even if you can't start with the 10%, you start with something and you go from there.